was medicine always something that you wanted to pursue, or when did that interest and passion start for you?
It's a very good question. When I was a child, in India, it is a custom when the doctor comes to your house. In those days, they used to visit the house when you are sick. Everybody stands up and gives them a lot of respect whenever doctor comes in. And when he leaves or she leaves, they will go out with him to make sure that he goes back into the car. And doctors are always very neatly dressed. So I was very impressed as a child, and I was determined that I will do my very best to become a doctor. I think it was around age 7 and 8, my age, when I started noticing this and then came to India, and same tradition over there continued. And that is when I decided to become a doctor.
Yeah, that's amazing. And when you came to the US, was that transition or experience, or, even going into a specialty, did that influence you at all moving to the US, or what was that experience like?
Yes, when I came over here, the teacher I loved the most was a cardiologist. Of course, he's retired now. And I was very impressed with his teaching, his explaining, his devotion. I decided to go into cardiology. He was a very strict person. He rarely recommended anyone. And to my surprise, one day he said to me, Raj, next July you are going to Harvard on a scholarship that I have arranged for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And he said, yes, I mean it. I said, thank you, sir. So it was his kindness which resulted in my going to Boston. But one thing was very painful at that time, that there were only 7 days left before I was going to go join Harvard. And I got a notice from Washington to go back to your country because you came for residency and now you are changing to specialty. I didn't know what to do, so I called him. Mm-hmm. And he immediately called up Washington and talked to the person who had written the letter. And they said, oh, we have no objection. It is the government of India. They call it brain drain, that everybody who goes there stays there. So they want you. So he said, what should I do? And I said, my embassy is the only one. So he wrote to Consulate General in New York, a night letter in those days, reaches overnight. And next day he got a response. He wrote to them that his career is just beginning and you want to destroy it. So next day they wrote back, we have no objection. So he called Boston. And from the Boston, they said, okay, send us a copy of letter, but the letter the order we will rescind right now, and he can go to Boston. So that's how I was clear.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. And it's crazy how sometimes things fall into place. And, obviously we all have great mentors that have done whatever it takes for us to pursue our career and our passion. But that is super interesting because within a matter of days, things were going back and forth and you might have had to go back to India. So fortunately, we know that you didn't and you were able to attend Harvard.